Most men don't have a porn problem. They don't even have a desire or lust problem. They have an awareness problem. Hi, I am Miss Dawson, and I created this guide. I made this initially for baby boomers. My dad is a baby boomer. And the idea came down to me after being contacted in 2 occasions by a son and a daughter that were very worried about their dads having an online adventure. But honestly, an awareness has no age. Gen X, millennials, anyone in midlife, if you are navigating desire, loneliness, lust, distraction, this guide is for you. We live in an upside-down society. That's the way I say it. Where the national sport is blaming, shaming, and pointing outwards. We look away. We judge fiercely to anything remotely related to sex or desire. And at the same time, we all, yes, all, we have that dark side inside of us somewhere, more or less buried under the fear of rejection, buried in worry about what others will think of us. If you were to say out loud what turns you on. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes, you do. So in this inverted society, if you are, for example, an online adult entertainer, you need to hide the link that leads to a genuine platform where creators make a living and pay taxes. In this inverted society, users of these platforms are considered addicts for the mere fact of being sexually curious and just wanted to have some adult fun. These poor humans that have somehow to integrate and manage all this desire that can be consuming their body and crushing their soul when it's repressed. And those people, usually men, but also women, in their bedrooms, in marriages that look more like a friendship with sprinkles of resentment than actual lovers. People who want to express their sexuality, but they cannot see how without being pointed at and looked at like a perv, with no sympathy from anyone, let alone support. In this inverted society, when everyone looks away from the real problems and focuses on this theatrical battle circus that's shown in the media, what if we could talk about sexuality openly without being cancelled? What if we taught young people about self-development and also about self-exploration, about desire and sex, about what fantasy actually is, and how to use it instead of being used by it, how to actually manage these human instincts, basic, about feeling like a weirdo. So this is not about stopping your horniness, God forbid, and certainly not about shaming or judging anyone. It's about understanding it, owning it, and finally learning what to do with that energy inside of you. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah? Sex is energy, primal, ancient, as old as the first living being. Today's world hijacks your attention. And for the purpose of this video, let's focus on men's attention, because it applies for absolutely everyone else. Attention is the new gold, and social media is a minefield. Sometimes the people wanting men's attention are genuinely selling a product that can be online adult content, but also perfumes and whatnot. Or are we going to look away as well to the fact that everyone and their mother sexualizes the heck out of everything? And other times it's not so genuine, like algorithms, scammers, and fake intimacy. As a man, you are pulled in 1,000 directions. And it's not because you're weak. It's because no one ever taught you how awareness or your own life force actually works. Now, why have I written this? Why am I angry at the fact that some men, especially older, should not be on the internet? That's something I have questioned myself a lot, because it would be much easier for me to ignore all this, mind my own business, right? This guide is a friend that finally tells you the truth. A friend that is inside of it all and has been for years. Because no one else will. Most adult creators are only looking at their own belly buttons and their bank account. Zero empathy, zero integrity, zero compassion. And the scammers, well, they won't tell you, will they? Here I am, with acne on my face at 52, had to say it. And this mini book. Hey, I'm not naive at all. You really don't want to know. It is better to turn your head and look the other way. Because, oh, you're a man, right? You don't need a woman telling you what to do. But I'm not telling you what to do. I am actually doing a favor, as a matter of fact. But if you want to keep clicking on dodgy links and chatting with fake, mature Asian women, in other words, sweaty men, just do so. Your sexuality is not the problem. Your disconnection is. So anyway, this is not a new age book to turn you into a yogi. I'm certainly not here blaming sex or porn or fantasy or whatever. I shame lack of integrity and ethics, though. And I am definitely not selling the fantasy that a woman can save you. This guide is about you, your energy, your choice, your life force, which you can use consciously or compulsively. So it's time to be brutally honest with yourself. And maybe you might not even need this yourself, but surely you know somebody who does. That, for example, these dads I mentioned earlier were both chatting with me, were both in love with me, and were both sending me money. And they didn't want to know, they didn't want to believe, even after I recorded a video like this one, calling them by their names and telling them what was going on, that they were not talking to me, who I was, because they were chatting to my pictures with different names. Actually, this book should be given to every old man that is using the internet in the world. And I've made it free, by the way, in digital version. The printed version has printing costs, so can't be free. But as you can see, I'm not after the money. I'm only after awareness.